All right, so today I'm going to share with you a story that has become absolute lore in the mother flipping awesome community. So, what do I mean by that? Well, every once in a while, I'll tell a story that for whatever reason really captures something about parenting in such a way that we all wind up referring to it as a community, sometimes for years on end. This story is one of those. So, my oldest son decided he wanted to try dirt biking. When he was 16 years old, I took him to his first dirt bike lesson, and it was in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And it was awesome. It was such a different world for me, something that I just would never do if it weren't for my son, who always brings me into uncomfortable and fabulous new territory. And as I was standing there, the teacher was this dude, and I mean dude, who ran this like dude ranch basically, full of motorcycles and dirt bikes. And it was just awesome. And here in the class are all of these families. It was all teens and even kids down to like 5 or 6 years old. And we get there, and he asks us all to line up for instructions. And he starts telling the kids, hey, listen, you're going to have to put on these pants, blah, 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 this vest, this, helmet, da, da, da. Here's everything. It's in the buckets. Go get it. Listen, I know some of you are like not going to want to get changed. If you don't want to, and you would prefer to have a rash and you want to itch for days, go for it, man. That's fine. But, like nobody's looking at you. There's a bunch of rocks and trees. Just grab a pair of pants and like get in it. And I'm listening to him and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I just got the best lesson on parenting my child. And I wish I had had it 16 years earlier. He just did everything that it took me, I don't know, well over a decade to learn. And he just did it in this like 20-second masterclass right there. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am in the presence of true genius. I kid you not. Right next to me, there is a mother with her 5-year-old son who's like, you have to put on the pants. And the kid is crying. And I know that would have been my kid. And that would have been me at that age. And I'm watching her and she's trying to be patient, but she's getting all worked up. And she's like, you have to put on the pants. Did you hear what he said? No, you have to take off your pants. Take off your pants. No, well, we're not going to go riding unless you do that. And I'm watching this escalate, this painful moment where this child is filled with anxiety and the mom is filled with anxiety and she's trying to give him this beautiful gift. And the kid is just clamping down and the mom is clamping down. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, there it is. There's the whole spectrum of learning how to deal with my son. I so was there. That was it for me. I would try to talk to him, give very clear directives, feel like I was bringing him somewhere amazing. Why couldn't he just comply? And I learned to say very few words, very simply, with a very simple consequence and full autonomy. If you want the rash, go get the rash. You want to have fun today riding? Find a place where nobody's looking at you. Silence. Wait. Wait for them to move into action. Don't convince. Just know what you're doing, know how to say it, and know how to let it land. In the end, after much crying and much fighting, the boy did get on his bike. And so did mine. And all those years ago, that was how my son and I got through things too. Instead, this time, I looked at him, and not just because of his age, but because of my age and my wisdom and everything that I have learned, I was able to just look at him and be like, what do you want? You want a rash? You want to have fun? He was like, I don't know, I'll go find somewhere to change. Now, to be fair, is it easier because he's older? You sure? Although, believe me, when that kid wants to be not easy, he can do it. Uh, no, it's because what that man said was brilliant. And if you need to listen to this over and over and over again till you really get it and hear the brilliance, please do. And if you're scratching your head like, huh? I just don't get it, that's okay too. If we ever meet someday, I'll explain to you. And it's also possible you just don't have a strong-willed child. And if you just tell them to change, they change. For any of you who have strong-willed kids, you just met your master, a man on a dude ranch who knows just how to get those kids hiding behind a rock in front of 20 people they've never met and taking themselves down to their skivvies just to have fun.